Hey guys, good morning. Roger Wakefield here, coming to you live from Texas Green Plumbing. So today's question is how to repair water heater. Water heater repairs can be very detail oriented. Water heater repairs can also be very easy. So let's start off with tankless water heaters. The good thing about tankless water heaters is tankless water heaters will normally give you a code. Tankless water heaters will normally let you know what's wrong with them. If you know how to read the codes on your water heater, you know how to look them up on Google, find out what the code is, find out what that code means. A lot of times you can find the information. Now, we can't go through them here, but sometimes it can be as small as the vent is clogged on it. Sometimes it can be as small as the intake air, it's not getting enough oxygen. Sometimes, and one of the biggest problems that we find with tankless water heaters, there has to be a minimum flow rate. If you don't have an anti-scaler on your water heater and it's building up scale inside in your heat exchanger, what will happen is you'll get too slow of a water flow through it to actually make the burner assembly kick on and get hot water. It thinks somebody just barely got something cracked, so they're not really needing hot water. So what you can do is, say you're not getting hot water at just your kitchen sink. Take your aerator off, turn it back on the hot water, see if you get hot water then. If so, that lets you know that either your aerator is clogged or you may need to do a flush on your tankless water heater. Tankless water heaters are supposed to be flushed at least once a year. Guys, this will help you maintain the high efficiency of your water heater. It'll also help make everything flow smoother and easier and make your water heater last longer. You get a buildup of scale on the inside of it in that heat exchanger, and you may end up having to replace those plates. Now, it's something that can be done. You can replace the heat exchanger, but it's a lot of work. Normally, that's something most people call a plumber for. Now, let's go to an electric water heater. An electric water heater, really, if it's not leaking, it can be rebuilt. Now, remember, one thing that I always tell people is make sure that you flush your water heater, whether it's tank or tankless, either one. Tank flush is a little bit different. You just want to hook a hose up to the drain valve at the bottom. Turn the valve on, let it run. Remember, that's going to be hot water coming out of the end of it. So you want to make sure that you've got it either going out to your driveway, bathtub, alley, anywhere at all, but don't run it into your yard. That hot water will kill your grass. Also be very careful because you want to make sure that no children are around that could get over in the water and think they're playing in it and then it's scalding hot water. So flush it at least once a year. So back to the electric water heater. Number one, if you don't have hot water, check your breaker. If your breaker's on, then go to the top of your water heater, remove the panel and check and see if you've got 240 volts there. Once you know about that, if you know you've got power to it, then I tell people, look, turn the power off or leave the power on at that point, check your elements, see if you have juice down to them. Your thermostats and your elements are about all that can be wrong on a water heater. You can check the current or check the ohms on your elements to see if they're any good. You can also check your thermostat and see if it's doing what it's supposed to do. Again, guys, if your electric water heater is not leaking, chances are it can be fixed. Now, then again, you go to a cost analysis on it. If that water heater is 8 to 10 years old, do you want to invest a few $100s fixing it when at that point it's really time to replace it? So it might be a wiser idea to go through and change over and go to a new water heater. The new water heaters built after 2015 are going to be more efficient. You're going to get, they have better efficiency ratings, a higher efficiency rating. So it's going to last, or it's going to be more cost effective every month. Every month you pay that bill if you go with a newer water heater. Now, gas water heater. Gas water heaters are a little bit different. You can have a lot of different problems, but a lot of the newer water heaters also have a blinking light on them. They can troubleshoot it. They can give you a code to tell you what's wrong if you can get that pilot light to light. So different things on a gas water heater is your fresh air intake. If you're not getting enough fresh air, just like a tankless water heater, it's got to have that oxygen to burn. A lot of the problem could be just the intake air grill on the bottom. The new FVIR water heaters have a screen on the bottom to allow fresh air up and not let the fuel vapors in there or not let the flame come out. So that screen, it may just need to have that whole burner assembly pulled out. Look inside there. If it's real rusty and corroded, number one, that's coming off your tank, and that tells you there it's time to start looking for a new water heater. But if you've been maintaining that water heater every year, again, go back to looking inside, look in that burner assembly, look in your little sight glass and see what it looks like in there. If it looks bad, if it looks rusty, if it looks like it's not a good, clean, optimal situation, it probably isn't. On the gas water heater, you've got a burner assembly, you've got a thermocouple. If, again, a gas water heater is like an electric water heater. If it's not leaking, it can be fixed. But again, gas water heaters, a burner assembly is not cheap. Having a plumber come out and change one isn't cheap. This is something you can do yourself, but it's also something that you may say, look, this is gas, so for the safety of my family, I want to have a licensed professional do it. And when I say licensed professional, I don't mean a handyman. I'm actually talking a licensed plumber. Guys, any part on any water heater, just water heaters in general, thermostats and elements, they can all be changed with the right tool. You can get an element wrench. You can get all the leverage you want with a big pipe wrench on it. Thermostats come off fairly easy. The burner assembly is normally 4 to 6 screws, I guess. You can pull that out. You can clean it. Your control valve on a water heater, it can be changed too. Guys, there's nothing there except the tank and the shell that can't be changed. So if your water heater stops working and you want to repair it, if it's not leaking, chances are that you can do this. So think about it. If you have any questions, guys, I love the questions that we've been getting, and we're working on videos towards those questions. And we will be putting new videos out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We try to go on right around 9 o'clock. So if you haven't, please write down here, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Let us know that you're there, and we'll do everything we can to teach you and tell you the things that you can do plumbing. My name's Roger Wakefield with Texas Green Plumbing, saving you money one drop at a time.